So one of the best parts about starting to make a little bit more money is you can go out with your friends and pick up a bill, which most people have never really experienced, and it just makes everything so electric. Like PJ. So like we were at with all our pickleball friends after dinner, after one of our pickleball friends' birthdays. We were at a little bar getting some beers and stuff. And my boss, George, I mean PJ can attest to this.
Yeah.
Every single time we would go out, he would order bottles for everybody, drinks for everybody, and it's the best feeling. Like
this was the normal for him. He would do this anytime,
Forever.
without question.
Even if he didn't want to drink, he just wants everyone else to have a good time. And I would see how much joy he would get in other people having a good time. And I was like, I just want to be able to do that.
Right. Because things just happen right in front of your face without you having to think about it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, how am I in this position here where this is just happening, where I'm just having a good time? And
so it was slightly awkward when we first got there. I knew there was only one thing that could be done. And I get the waitress. I'm like, dude, get us a bottle of tequila and then let's get some beers. Let's get a good time going. Instantly, right when that happens, then the other buddy was like, dude, I got the next bottle of tequila. And then this fucker PJ, about 2 hours after we have the second bottle of tequila, he fucking sneaks off and gets another bottle of tequila and beers. And so everybody's just having a great time. And it feels so good. It's unlike when you're with your talk for a second.
It's like a paradigm shift. Instantly, the energy,
but it's also
you can kind of see into the future. And
but I would say if this was 3 years ago, I would have felt bad doing that. I would have been thinking more about the money in my bank account and being like, "Oh my god!" But I would not have had fun because I would have been thinking about the money spent. Where because we got to hang out with George and see how he operates, and he thinks, dude, just learn how to make more money and do the things that you want to do. Trust me, this is going to be more fun. And it is, because if you're really good friends with these people, you want to have a good time with them. Like, how good were all these guys that we were hanging out with?
Oh my gosh, they were a blast. They bring great energy. It was just,
and you know that every single one of them would do the exact same thing for you.
You do feel it. You don't second guess it.
Yeah.
You pay the bill. You look around and you're like, wow, this is exactly what I want to be doing right now.
It was. So this is the reason I would have never even thought about that in the past. I would have had a tough time buying a friend a beer, but George really put perspective. Just learn how to make more money. That's what it comes down to. And you can do that whenever you want to. And it really actually does feel good to buy your friends a drink. It is a weird, satiating, happy feeling.
I think it also comes down to, it definitely comes down to what do you value too. Because say if I think what you buy into definitely shows what you value in life. Because if you pay for a great time like that, and you notice you contributed in a way like that, and then you second guess it because you're like, oh man, I could have spent this money doing this. I could have spent this money doing this. Yeah, or I could have saved it. It really comes down to, what else could you have spent money to? So that's why I'm saying it comes down to what you value, because if you're able to just give in a scenario like that, without second guessing it, you
feels great.
You kind of learn a lot about what life's all about.
Yeah, because it's not about the dollars in your bank account; it's about what you're actually doing.
Yeah, exactly, and what you can contribute. We're on a different challenge right now. This is no longer the protein.
Yeah, yesterday we did the protein challenge.
It's the absolute opposite.
Just pure pizza.
Yeah.
3 different kinds. Stuff happens. Tomorrow we have a long day of pickleball. We were going to go out more. It's 1 a.m. I always am the one to say, let's cut it quits.
Yeah. That's another good thing to bring up too. Like I was talking about, I'm glad that Josh was able to.
Because another one of our buddies said, "Hey, this is electric. Let's go to the next place."
Don't get me wrong, it was electric. We probably would have had fun, but Josh looked at the situation more observationally and said, "Okay, we have a long day tomorrow. There's other factors that we might not want to be going out drinking more."
If you think about it like macroeconomics, there's a cost-benefit analysis, and the equilibrium to how much value you're getting for what you are actually eating. Let's say you're eating pizza. Your first 4 slices of pizza, or even one, your first slice of pizza is going to be amazing. Second's going to be amazing. Third's going to be amazing. Fourth is not going to be as good. Fifth, why am I still eating pizza? Sixth, dude, man, I don't want pizza anymore. And so, it's the same thing with drinking and doing all these things.
There's a drop off to the benefits. And it's like, it's good to,
the marginal utility decreases exponentially the more that you consume the product or service that you are going for. I think
definitely a word for a term.
I think it's the marginal utility decreases, but whatever, doesn't matter.
Diminishing returns.
Way to go.
Diminishing returns. Did you try this pizza yet?
I got it up next. I got it.
There's diminishing returns. Me myself, I would have been like, dude, let's keep this night going. But Josh was smart enough to say, okay, we had our fun, which we did have our fun, and we can just call it a night. We got pizza at the house. We still got a YouTube video to make.
I completely forgot about this. If I'm being honest, completely forgot about this. But
it worked out perfectly.
You can best believe there are no edits going straight on YouTube.
Man, but yeah, I mean, when you do, that definitely made the night a whole. You kind of look at it.
You feel like the man.
You definitely do.
It's tough to explain until you have someone doing it for you. Like George, the fact that he never questioned what he was doing, he was always just, I'm going to do this. Everyone's going to have a better time because of it. Mm-hmm. And he would always pick up the bill. It was
right.
It's such a great thing because we would never experience that before.
Right. And then when you're with him and you see that happen, it's like, wow, man. Like you feel so grateful, almost you want to thank him till the end of the night.
Yeah,
but for him, he's like, dude, that's nothing. You know?
I just want you to have a good time. And that's exactly how I felt tonight. All I was concerned about was I just want to make sure you guys having a great time. And because of that, it just leads to everyone having a great time. I don't know. It was definitely fun. But I need to end this stupid video. There was zero value, I think, that was provided. But until you see someone with such extreme levels of generosity, it's tough to want to give back. But when you do, it feels amazing. It doesn't have to be monetarily. Like just time, driving your buddy to the airport when they need to or something. Right. It just be a good person. And it has so much volumes that are reciprocated back to you.
Mm-hmm. Just show love, show that you care. Show that you're not separate from others. You do others. You do the same thing you want done to you.
Yeah. And I just feel such a eternal debt that I need to do this for the next generation. And I am not the next generation, but I feel like it already. So this motivates you to want to make a lot more money because it would be great to take all these guys that you appreciate all the value of being a great friend. Let's all go to a nice steakhouse. And you guys might not be in the financial situation, but if I was making $150,000 a month, let's all go to a nice steakhouse and just cover everything. That would be a very great feeling because it wouldn't be anything to you. So the next step is making a lot more money. And this is a reason as to why you want to, because it's not just your friends, but your family as well. I mean, how great would it be to take your mom and sister and father to like the nicest restaurant they could imagine, have the bill already paid for, bringing out a bunch of appetizers, stuff that they've never experienced before. I mean, how great would that feel, PJ?
Dude, even if it's like it might not even be take them out to the nicest restaurants or give them a new experience. It might even be given your mom and dad in and out. You know your family more than you know anyone else. You know what they bring. You know what they might struggle about, or that they might be stressing about in certain situations, and it's like you just drop $300 on dish liquid and tuna cans for the next 3 months, and you know what that will do for them. Like how much they would appreciate that, and it's like
I was thinking like I'd like to pay off my mom's house or something, but
even something small,
even something small, that would. Oh my God, how much would your mom freak out if you freaking?
What are you doing right now? My mom would be worried about my financial situation if I did something like that, even though I know I would do that just because I know I can. And it's the love they give. They give it to you. Being able to give back, that's something you look forward to when I feel like you start to get your ducks in order.
Yeah, your ducks in order for sure. I've never met a happy rich person who just keeps all of their money. Same thing with Ken.
Oh man, yeah,
so generous.
One thing I noticed when I started going to Lifetime, this gym where all of the
it's an expensive high.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's the most expensive gym membership around us. So I mean, the most wealthiest people are going there. When you go there, the nicest cars are in the parking lot, and the finest women are there for the sake of the hottest.
So where are you going? Where's the generosity?
Yeah. You're just in the hot tub, or say the cold tub, or even in the gym or in the cafe, and you notice that these people, they're not assholes that have money. Most of them are actually the kindest person that you meet in your life.
They're super generous. And I did a philosophical video about if it was Judgment Day and God came down, if you deserve to go to heaven or hell. And the main question that I was posing was, does it matter more about the intentions that you have when you were performing something or the actions that you do? And whether you like it or not, super rich people, even if they have bad intentions, they are doing more for the world because they have the ability to give back through monetary purposes. So it doesn't matter. I mean, people hate the rich, but someone like Ken, you could hate him because he's rich and has 10,000 apartments, but he has an entire staff where their entire goal is to give away his money. He's an entire staff of philanthropy. So who does more? Him. Even if he doesn't care, he does. But if he did not care about any of that, he's still producing so much value through his philanthropy business where he's strictly just giving away his money. And that's what I've noticed with every single wealthy, successful person. Of course, there's been people who've gotten there by pure chance and maybe their parents were rich, and those are the people that you kind of stereotype into the rich people suck, because those people definitely do suck. I know a lot of rich kids because their parents are super rich, and those people are the biggest douches in the world. But the self-made people, they're the most generous humans I've ever met. And I mean, it could be pure luck because I've been surrounded by such generous ones. I don't think so, though. I think it takes a lot to get to that position, and you want to give it back in some way or another.
Yeah. I think what I'd say to that is, a lot of people, probably everyone knows what the right thing to do is, how they can actually contribute more. But what actually matters, the strongest, the person with the strongest heart is the one who's able to make sacrifices and actually take action and give up things that they might not want to give up, that they personally, value to make a change. And that's what actually matters when it comes down to it. All
right, I'm gonna end this video. Fucking weird video. Weird video. I mean, we might watch this tomorrow and say, what the hell were these dummies thinking after, I don't know how many tequila shots or how many beers or how many gin and tonics. A lot a lot.
Or we post this against 2 gazillion views.
Please don't say that. I would be so embarrassed. I mean, I love the fact that these get no views right now, and I'd prefer it to stay that way. Especially because I'm an idiot and I never planned this out, and it's 1 a.m. doing this.
Yeah.
Because you stick to your word. If you stick to your word with yourself, things compound over time. Goodbye.